What is up, everybody? It is your boy, Pigskin Pete. Hey, happy Wednesday, everybody. How you doing? Thank you all for joining me on this fine Wednesday night for one of my favorite shows of the week, the Wednesday night call-in show where you all get to call in and tell me how stupid I am and how much I suck. I love all of that. Every once in a while, I get a compliment. But happy St. Patrick's Day to everybody, too, for all you Irishmen out there. I would try to do my Irish accent, but last few times I tried that, I failed miserably, like I do at most things. But we will look at an Irish video here in a second. One that I saw earlier. I think you'll all enjoy it. Yeah, of course, this is a call-in show. If you want to call in, the number to call in is 864-207-4522. For all the people in the back that didn't hear me, the number to call in is 864-207-4522. Shout out to all the people in the path of this storm. There's a bad storm right now going throughout the southeast. I think it's hammering Alabama right now and maybe some western parts of Georgia. Scheduled to get here tomorrow around late morning, early afternoon time period. Matter of fact, some of the schools around here are closed. Like Charleston County is closed. I think there's a couple of other counties in South Carolina, or in my region anyway, that are closed. My kids, they have early out, so they get out at like 10 o'clock, which I don't even understand what the point of that is. Why send the kids to school for 3 hours? So anyway, we got to send them to school at 7 and pick them up at 10, which is nothing more than a hassle for the parents. But it is what it is. A lot of heavy rain, flooding, tornadoes, all that sort of thing. So anyone that's in the path of that, I hope you're doing okay and will be okay. It's just look, when you live in South Carolina, especially coastal South Carolina where I live, I mean, bad weather, especially during the warm months, not necessarily in March, but June, July, hell, June through November, it's hurricane season. Severe thunderstorms, flooding, tornadoes, hurricanes, I mean, you name it, we got it. We got it. But anyway, what else we got here? Oh, before I forget, the NCAA Bracket Challenge for the Lunch Money Show. Of course, Lunch Money Show you can catch every Monday night at 10 p.m. on Uncle Lou's channel. The show about nothing. Did anybody happen to catch the Monday night show a couple of days ago with Edward? We had Edward on for over an hour, which was gold, by the way. Anyway, Edward, we talked about Edward's scooter. I say scooter. It's a moped, whatever. He mentioned on a couple of episodes ago, a couple of weeks ago, how he rides his scooter around his house. And I go, scooter? What do you have? Like an electric wheelchair? Or, I mean, my 6-year-old has a scooter. Like what scooter? He said, no, like a moped scooter. I go, oh. So that sparked all kinds of interest. So on Monday night, we asked Edward, after we talked, look, I know more about this guy's scooter than I know about my own car. I know, I mean, from front tire to back tire, I know every detail about the scooter. But I told him, I said, you need to send us a picture of you and your scooter. And he did. Now, I'm going to say right now, he told me and Lou last night that this scooter right here cost him a whopping $550. Now, I've never been in the market for a scooter before, and I'm probably not going to be in the market for a scooter anytime soon. Well, maybe I will. Depends. We'll see what happens. You never know. But I'm going to say this scooter right here exceeded my expectations. I expected to see some dilapidated, rusted, 2 different size tire, bullshit scooter. This thing right here is badass. What does it say on the side there? I can't read that. But look, it's even got cellophane on the seat. I mean, he drove this thing off the lot like a Lamborghini. Got the helmet. I'm just going to say that's a badass scooter. That's a badass scooter. What was I saying about the NCAA bracket challenge before I got distracted by Edward's scooter? Oh, if you want to join the NCAA bracket challenge for the Lunch Money Show, it's free, completely free. The link to that is in the description of the video. There's a link to the group and a password for the group if they ask you for a password. I think we have like 30 people that have already signed up. Now, if you want to just play for free, you can do that. It won't cost you $1. It's just for fun, bragging rights, or whatever. If you want to enter the money pool, we're all putting in $5, or some of us, whoever chooses to, is putting in $5. And at the end of it, all the people that paid into the pot, the winner will take all. So if there's 10 people that pay in, what's 10 times 5? 50. 20 people, 100, so on and so forth. I'm not a mathematician, but that sounded right to me. Yeah, but anyway, it's easy. It's free. It takes about 5 minutes. I mean, I set up the whole group, picked my bracket, all within 10 minutes. So you can do it within 5 minutes if you want to. You can send me a PayPal for $5 and put in the description there, hey, this is for the bracket challenge, and I will make sure I get that to Uncle Lou. Uncle Lou's handling all the money for this in the payout. You can either PayPal me or PayPal him the $5 and let us know what it's for when you sign up, and we will put that right into the pot. And I plan on winning this thing, by the way. I have Clemson winning the whole thing. Yes, I'm winning. I have Clemson winning the national championship in basketball. Oh, shit. So anyway, I'll probably come in even worse than I did in the Slob Olympics. All right, before I get to the phone calls here and before I get to the chat, we have to look. I've got my eyes and my ears to the ground on YouTube at all times. Very rarely do I, pull up somebody's YouTube channel and show a video or play a drop or whatever. I mean, unless you're Sleeta talking about your girlfriend banging some dude in a tent or, something along those lines. It's very rare that I do this. But in honor of St. Patrick's Day, I have to do this. My man John from Always Irish. You guys remember the show I used to do with John, the Notre Dame fan? It was the Always Pigskin Show is what it was called. Anyway, John's a good dude. He did a rap video. I think it was in October, maybe. It was like a Halloween time. He did a rap video about Notre Dame, and it was hilarious. And I think I played that. Well, he did one for St. Patrick's Day 2021 as well. So without further ado, I mean, I could talk it up all I want, but let's just watch it.
It was a clear black night, a clear white moon. Marcus Freeman was on the streets trying to consume supplies for the D, like a bat in the trunk. The D comes ahead, favorite score is a skunk. Hit the east side of the old SB, looking for balls, making A+D. Seen a recruit full of talent, ain't no need to tweak. Have them committed to the Irish in about a week. So I hook select on Holy Cross Drive. Playing great D is what makes me feel alive. We play with pride, so homie, what's up? When it comes to the talent, can never get enough. catching up. Other schools peeping me, but I'ma glide and swerve. Staying at Andy's, what the people all deserve. We play tough D without a bunch of dirty tricks. Need a defense with 11 hit sticks. I'm getting jacked, I'm breaking myself. Looking for multiple titles and a bunch of wealth. I want the rings, I want the Rolex. Win an ND, a great way to cash checks. My defense swarms and they all around. Stack up with any roster, straight pound for pound. Up for a fight that goes all 4 rounds. I best pull out the blitz, lay the opponent down. I lay it on the busters, I let my playbook explode. Switching my mind into lockdown mode. If you want stats, sit back and observe. Try and throw it on us, you don't got the nerve. Now the Steve got the freaks, and that's a known fact. I always want them on full on attack. So back up, cause it's on. M down to the freak, the man that runs the D. If you know like I know, you don't want to step to this. It's a D-Funk era, funked out with an M-free twist. When you swarm like we swarm, you win like every game. So don't even bother if your offense is weak and lame.
Flag on the play on that one, for sure. Shout out to my man, John from Always Irish. He's underrated on YouTube. Now, here's the thing about John. His YouTube channel is extremely Notre Dame centric, right? So, like most people that aren't Notre Dame fans probably don't care about most of his videos. I find the guy entertaining, not just because of videos like that. I mean, he's just one of the people that gets on YouTube and just has no filter and will just rant for 30 minutes on a video. And that's the kind of shit I respect and like. So shout out to John for that amazing and fantastic Regulators video. Right, let's get to the chat here. See all kinds of people in the chat. It seems like there's too much to talk about and not enough time. You know what I mean? Have I even got into Deshaun Watson yet? I need to get into that. But I want to get to the chat and, of course, the phone calls. That's what the show's all about. But I definitely want to talk about this Deshaun Watson situation. I have a very, very definite opinion on that, if you didn't think I did already. All right, let's see who's in the chat here. It's Matt Dummett, Clemson Carson, Golden Blue Dude, Go Tigers, 504. JC is here. Nate, the hopeful Wolverine fan. Nate, the great. He's not late. Mike 3883. I think I said JC already. Wilkie is here. So what's up, Pigskin Pete? Definition 409. Ryan Henke, Freak Show. Ray Finkel's house, better known as Ray Finkel's creepy bedroom. What's up, Ray Finkel? Pizza Woman. Lenny the Gump Summers. Maddie Sims. Kevin Dogs Fan for Life says the Edward Show. Yeah, right. It was the Edward Show on Monday night. You're not lying about that. Shout out to Edward. Huffer Billy Paw is here. Uncle Lou. Michael Hogg. TikTok Chess Hall. Yes. I see Uncle Lou's in here trying to give people directions on how to sign up for the thing. Look. Well, never mind. I was about to say something I shouldn't have said, which would be par for the course over here. It's not hard to sign up for the thing, all right? These people sending me messages and DMs on Twitter and, hey, man, how do I sign up for the thing? I mean, look, if you can't click a link and sign up for something, I don't know. I can't help you. I'm sorry, I can't. It's really not that hard. At least 30 people have done it. Well, Wilkie, thank you for the super chat. What's the pat? Here we go. I think. Let me look at the thing here. Wilkie, come on, man. Doesn't it say? No, that's my fault. That's my fault. I'll take blame for that. The description, it does not have the password in my description, so that's my fault. I take all that back. I'm the idiot, not you, apparently. Oh God. Yeah, the password is $bill, capital D, capital B. $bill, all one word. That's on me. I don't know how in the hell. I know I put it in there. I can't be trusted. But thank you, Wilkie. Yeah, I can't be trusted. All right. What was I doing? Oh, this is a call-in show, isn't it? All this other shit going on. I forgot we have call-ins. Let's see if anybody's on the phone line. But I do definitely want to talk about the Deshaun Watson deal. I might do that with the first caller, depending on who it is. Thank you. You're on with Pete. What's up?
Hey, Pete. It's Nate. Hopeful Wolverine fan. How
yes,
you doing, sir?
You are the perfect person to talk about this Deshaun Watson thing with. First of all, how you doing, Nate?
I mean, I'm pretty good.
Good.
I filled out my 2 brackets already on paper, and
wait, you filled out 2 brackets? You said 2 brackets. It sounds like cheating.
Me and my family usually do 2 because.
Oh, okay.
You don't want so.
Right. So have you heard about this? Have you heard about Deshaun Watson in the news in the past couple of days?
I heard it. I heard it. I actually got a notification from Carolina Jackpot. I never saw that video or.
Oh yeah, Carolina Jackpot. Anytime anything a former Clemson player, a current Clemson player, anytime anything happens with Clemson, he's the first one to upload a video. But he is a Carolina. Okay. I mean, he is a Carolina fan. He's not a Clemson fan. You knew that, right?
I know.
Okay, I'm just making sure you knew that because 80% of his videos are about Clemson. So I was just making sure you knew he wasn't a Clemson fan. He was a Carolina fan. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I knew that.
All right.
But I was going to talk about Ryan Fitzpatrick's 6th. Well, we're going to start with the Deshaun Watson story, but I was going to talk about the Ryan Fitzpatrick's 6th NFL team he's going to, I think.
No, it's the. I think it's no, it's close. It's like 10 or 11. He's played for he's started for more teams in the NFL than any other quarterback in history. If he starts for Washington this year, which he will, I think it's like 11 teams or something. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I forgot what the number is, but yeah.
Yeah, but he's boring. Ryan Fitzpatrick's boring. He's a Harvard grad with a big beard, who's played for 11 teams. Let's talk about Deshaun Watson. How about that?
Okay.
So do you? I'm going to go ahead and go out on a limb here and say that Nate the Great has never been me 2'd or me 3'd. Is that correct?
I don't know what that means, but okay. Yeah.
So no, you have not been then. You have not been. No, but seriously, on a serious note, so he's being sued by some woman, I think in Houston or Atlanta, maybe. I think it's in Atlanta. I don't even know. So here's the allegations. A woman is claiming, or her lawyer is claiming, that he went into a massage parlor. Now, right off the bat, that already sends up a red flag about the validity of this story. But supposedly he goes into a massage parlor, and during the massage, he basically forces her hand onto his nether regions, according to her. Okay. And then so basically she according to her, she pulled back and said, "No, I can't do this. This is not right. We don't do that here, whatever." And then he threatened her, to get her fired and all or whatever. Now look, I'm the biggest Clemson homer on the planet, the biggest Deshaun Watson fan. So I know that nothing I say on here is going to have any sort of credibility with people because they're like, oh, you just don't want it to be true or whatever it is. But look, I've got a history, a track record on YouTube. I've got a history and a track record as recently as like 5 days ago when talking about Alabama and Georgia paying players with this Russ Probst weirdo guy.
Yeah.
Did I say, look, it's fun to make accusations on people. Show me the proof. Show me the proof. Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and tell you. Look, this is why, and this isn't even like paying players. This is a much more sensitive subject because you're dealing with a serious crime here, right? Sexual assault's a serious crime.
Right.
And I'm not saying any woman should not come out or say anything or not, but look, I don't believe it. I mean, until I see some proof from this, it just smells fishy to me. And it's not even so much about Deshaun. Well, half of it's about Deshaun Watson. A lot of it has to do with the fact that this lawyer is a scumbag, right? A lot like with Russ Probst, right? This guy's a scumbag. Everybody knows he's a scumbag, right? He's been fired from 3 jobs for moral, ethical type issues before. This lawyer is not much different than Russ Probst throughout his career. This lawyer is known for being a scumbag. He's known for being a frivolous lawsuit guy. He's known for a guy who is an attention whore. Look, every city in America has a lawyer, like a high-profile lawyer like this guy, right? It doesn't matter what city you live in. Yeah. It's the guy that's on TV all the time. He's always pulling these publicity stunts. This lawyer that for this lady here, he ran for mayor one time as a publicity stunt. Of course, he had no chance of winning. He ran for mayor. He parked a military tank. Let me say that again for you real quick. He parked a military tank outside the front of his house on a residential street as a stunt one time. Yes.
That's big. No,
he's not credible. Anyway, I'll be the first to say if these accusations come out to be true, if there's some kind of proof about it, I have no mercy on people that will do that to women. Period. If you hit women, you assault women and sexually, whatever the case may be, I have no love for you. But I also think it's terrible. Imagine being accused of something like this. Look, I don't believe that Mike Tyson did what they said he did to that woman. I don't believe that Tupac did what they said that he did to that woman. And they went to prison for it. So imagine if you're a high profile athlete, I don't care who you are, and you get accused of something like this. Anybody can do this. Anybody can accuse you of anything. Imagine how terrible that would be.
That would be terrible.
So, I mean, of course, I hope it's not true. I don't believe it for a second. Until I see proof.
Yeah, Pete, I hope it's not true either because Deshaun Watson is a really good player. I don't want him going to jail. But although I'm a Wolverine fan, but he's a really good player, and I don't want him to go to jail. That's all I don't want him to. If it's true, oh well.
Yeah, exactly. Well, if he committed the crime, I don't have a problem with him going to jail. I have a serious problem with people getting their character assassinated and their career ruined and this and that over something somebody says with no proof. But there's a lot of reasons not to believe this, and there's a lot of reasons to believe that she's just trying to get money. One of the major reasons being, the biggest reasons being that before the lawsuit was filed, this lawyer contacted Deshaun Watson's people and said, "Hey, we're about to make these accusations about you. Just give us $150,000 or 200, whatever it was, 150 or 200 grand, and we won't make the accusation." That's obvious what they're after. It's obvious what they're after. They're after his money. But whatever.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens. I'm sure it'll, I'm sure Watson has good lawyers too, but it's unfortunate that people have to
I just hope he doesn't go in jail though. But
well, whatever. Yeah, we'll see. He ain't going. Well.
Yeah.
All right, Nate.
I know you have to get callers, but okay.
Nate, you're the man. Thank you, sir. 864-207-4522 if you want to call in. The number is 864-207-4522. Thank you to Nate the Great. He was not late. As a matter of fact, he was the first caller tonight. What's up? You're on Pete.
What's going on, Peete and Pete? TikTok Chess Hall here.
TikTok Chess Hall. What's up, buddy?
Not much, man. Just calling to support your show, man. I don't call in much. Just
Yeah.
calling to say hey.
Yeah, man. Well, I appreciate it. Do you have any thoughts on anything? Let me ask. What does TikTok Chess Hall do on St. Patrick's Day, on a given day, or is it just another day to you?
It's just another day.
Right. Yeah. Look, I'm Irish, and it's just another day to me. The only difference between St. Patrick's Day and a regular day to me is, since I'm Irish, if I go out to eat on St. Patrick's Day, I'll just tell them to make my beer green instead of gold. That's the only difference. Really no difference.
Yeah, I mean, I'm part Irish too, so
Yes.
but I really don't do anything for St. Patrick's Day.
Right.
But man, I miss you guys, man. I miss Fall Olympics, man. That's so much fun, dude. Meeting you and your wife. It was awesome, dude.
Yeah, you were one of Mrs. Pete's favorite people. She said we were driving home, and she said we were talking about everybody and everything. And she said, I really like Chess. I said, oh yeah, what you like about Chess? She said he's just such a sweet guy. Now I'm gonna go ahead and tell you this, Chess. She does not say that about it. Like, she doesn't just say that. If she says that, she means it. So she really did take a liking to you. She liked you a lot.
Yeah, well, she was very sweet and nice, and of course you were cool too, man. I like when we broke the elevator. I was freaking out. That was funny. That kind of ruined my trip, but made my trip.
Well, you almost ruined everybody's trip. If I would have been stuck in that elevator, and now it's funny now because we got out, right? It's always funny when you get out.
Oh yeah.
It's like if somebody like wrecks on their bicycle or something. Like, it's funny unless they break their leg or something. Then it's not funny. If we would have been stuck in that elevator for 6 hours, it would not have been funny. but since we got out, it is.
I don't think we would have liked each other being
no.
6 hours.
Imagine. Imagine being stuck in that. Hell, we were in there for what, 30 seconds, 45 seconds before the door opened, and it was already starting. Like, you could, with all the people's hot breath in there, the humidity was already starting to. It was already starting to get hot, right? Imagine an hour, 2, 3 hours. We would have been. There might have been some people that went unconscious in there. It would have been a serious health hazard,
dude. I as soon as the elevator dropped, I was like. You heard me. I was like, open the goddamn door.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no doubt.
Dude, I straight up had a panic attack, man. And then doing those stupid scooters and getting pants. Oh, my God. It was awful. But, man, I was calling to say, man, I like the show, and I'm going to start calling you more, man. I need to do that, too.
I appreciate you. I'll talk to Lou. Maybe one night we can get you on the Lunch Money show. I know you come on his morning show a lot, but we're always looking for guests, right? And this doesn't go for just Chess Hall. Anybody that's in the chat, anybody who wants to be a guest on the Lunch Money show every Monday night at 10 p.m. You don't even have to have a reason to come on, because the show is about nothing anyway, and that makes it easy, right? So anyway, just contact me through email or Lou through email. But yeah, we'd like to have you on sometime too, I'm sure.
All right, man. You have a good night, bro.
All right, buddy. Thank you. TikTok Chess Hall there calling in. TikTok Chess Hall normally doesn't call into my call-in show because he's usually streaming. Right? Isn't it about time for chess? What time is it? Let's see here. 10. Yeah, this is about time he normally streams. Between any time between 10 and 3 a.m. This is chess all time. Thank you, Dylan Deloney. Dylan Deloney says, these sexual assault allegations against football players seem pretty old to me. Like you said, show me the proof. Again, like, when it comes to something as serious as that, you can't you can't just brush it off, right? Because even if only 1 out of 100 of them are true, that's one too many. But yes, just like anything else, show me the proof. Doesn't matter who it is. Go Tigers 504. Thank you for the super sticker. Says keep it up. Thank you, sir. Thank you to everybody that supports the show. If it weren't for you guys, I could not do the show. What's up, your own Pete?
Good evening, Pete. It's Edward calling, and how you doing on this awesome Wednesday night?
Edward.
Yes, sir.
What's up, buddy?
Hey, not much. How about you?
I'm amazing and fantastic. I'm just over here trying to do a call-in show. I don't know what's going on, though.
Yes. Well, I'd like to ask you a question on the what was it? Oh yeah, is it Shaquille Griffin. What's your thoughts on Shaquille Griffin being signed by the Jacksonville Jaguars?
Is that the one-armed man, or is that the one-armed man's brother? Because they're twins.
Yeah, there's another. Well, yeah, there's another. I forget the other guy's name. They're trying to get.
Yeah, there's Shaquille Griffin, I believe, and then shit. I don't want to butcher his name. I think it's Shaquem Griffin.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I think.
Yeah. Yeah. I was just asking your thoughts on Shaquille being signed by the Jaguars. I just want to get your thoughts.
Again, I'm ignorant on this subject, and I don't know the difference between the two. So is Shaquem or Shaquille the one-armed man? I don't know. They both played for UCF, right?
I think they did.
They both played for UCF. They both played for Seattle Seahawks, which was, that's actually pretty. That's got to be unprecedented, right? Two twins play for the same college, then play for the same NFL team, and now one of them has been signed in free agency by the Jacksonville Jaguars. Is it the one-armed man or is it the two-armed man?
Yeah, that's an interesting question. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
I don't know. But you want my thoughts on that? I mean, I don't really have any thought. The first thought that I had on that subject was when you brought it up. So I don't really have any thoughts on that. I mean, this might be unpopular or politically incorrect to say. But I would probably rather have a defensive back with two arms than one. That's all I'm saying about that. I mean, look.
I agree with you.
So.
Totally agree with you on that one.
Yeah, and we're looking at a picture of your scooter here.
Yeah.
This scooter.
Isn't it nice?
Yes, it is. It's very nice. It looks like you got a brand new wax job on that thing. There's not a bit of brake dust on the tires. That thing is gleaming, son. You even got the cellophane on the seats still.
Yes, it does. That's like it's driven right off the line.
Yeah.
I think we got Shaquille is the cornerback with two hands. Shaquem is the one-handed linebacker. I think the sports looks like he's got it.
All right. I'm glad we cleared that up.
Yes.
Now back to the scooter here.
Yes.
This thing is well, that looks like Georgia Bulldog red and black to me. It looks like your helmet's red and black.
Yep.
This is a mighty coincidence. You got a red and black scooter, a red and black helmet. Now the scooter you might not be able to choose the color of because they might just have that one model and you got to take whatever color they got. I get that.
Right.
But the helmet though, the helmet, you customized that helmet, didn't you?
That's a full face helmet.
I know. I have one of those. Mine's all black, but
Okay.
so riding around on that scooter in the state of Georgia, where you live, as a Florida State fan, gives off the impression to all the public that you might be a Bulldog fan and not a Florida State fan.
You can say I'm both. I know that's kind of strange.
Oh no, you're a two-teamer. A two-teamer.
Hey. Yeah. But is it alright if I think Pizza Woman's requesting a shout out, so I better give her one before she gets all PO'd.
Yeah, go ahead with the shout outs. Sure. Why not?
Yeah, Pizza Woman, shout out to you. Happy St. Patty's Day. to you. Let's see, Dylan, shout out to you. Let's see, Big Bull Daddy, I'll give you a shout out. Why not? Mike 3883, I'll give you a shout out. Let's see who else is in here. Jen Mitchell, shout out to you. Everyone, Matty Sims, shout out to you. Everyone in the comment section, shout out to all you guys. Uncle Lou, shout out to you. Mike Vick, shout out to you. Enjoyed talking to you on the Lunch Money Show and got your sins atoned, atoned your sins. It's great, man. Hopefully now you're on the right path. TikTok shout out to you, sir. It would be cool to have you on the Lunch Money Show. Email, I guess, is it Lou, Pete, however you gonna do it. That'd be great, man. You good people. You good people.
All right, Edward.
Yes. Thank you, Pete, for having me on.
Yes,
I
of
will
course.
talk to you and Lou again on Monday between 10:15 and 10:30.
Yeah, well, I'll be on Friday night, too. If you want to call in, then you can. I mean, you know, you don't have to or anything. But I'll be here.
All right.
Pretty sure you will be, too. Thank you, Edward.
Yes. Thank you, Pete.
Okay, thank you, buddy.
Have a good night.
You too. Man, that was a mighty looking good scooter, wasn't it? $500 for that? What's up, your own Pete?
Pete, sir, how are you?
I'm amazing and fantastic. How you doing?
I may have made what is referred to as a poor life choice.
Uh-oh. Let me hear this.
Well, apparently there's this website that I stumbled across.
Oh,
online.
hold on. Let's stop here. Stop there. this can go one of two ways, folks. When a grown man says, I stumbled across this website. Yeah. All right, go ahead. Continue.
Well, you know, I'm sure you may know that absinthe is illegal for liquor stores to sell.
It is. However, I've had it at a bar. There's a bar here that sells it. Well, not here. In the city of Charleston. Yeah.
Well, I stumbled across a website where you can buy it online.
Well, of course. I mean, you can buy anything online. I mean, literally anything. I mean, but I believe you. So, what are you telling me? Look, I don't know how legal this is. I do not condone anything that's about to be said.
Legal.
Did you buy some?
Yes.
You did.
It'll be here in 3 days.
Now, have you ever had it before?
No.
I have. And I will never have it again. So that's what you have to look forward to. Now, in fairness, it was one of my wedding anniversaries. It might have been our 10th wedding anniversary. It was like 4 or 5. I don't remember exactly what anniversary it was, but it was our wedding anniversary, Mrs. Pete and I. And we bought a hotel room downtown Charleston. We got married downtown Charleston, so for a long time that's where we had our, every anniversary we would go downtown and stay in a hotel and go out to eat and walk around, whatever. So anyway, this one particular year, get a hotel downtown. We go out to this place. It's called the Gin Joint. It's like, you know what it is? It's like you remember the speakeasies from the 1920s?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, during Prohibition, that's what it's like. It's a tiny little hole in the wall place. Really popular though. Everybody in there is dressed like it's 1920. They serve all the drinks like it's 1920, and they have absinthe basically on there. Now, to be fair, we had already been out to several places before that, and I had a bunch of drinks before that. So I was probably already, on my way to being pretty intoxicated before I went there. But after I left there, things got really hairy. Now, I don't think I've ever had a worse hangover in my adult life, or my entire life for that matter, than after drinking that absinthe. It killed me. And look, I don't even know what the stuff really is. I don't know. all it is it's basically like grain alcohol, I think. I don't think there's anything in there that's illegal, like, any kind of plant material or whatever, psychoactive material. As far as I could tell, the shit just tastes like gasoline. It was just like, it was like Everclear.
Oh, okay. Well, that's not too bad then.
No, I mean, if you mix a little bit of it with some sort of mix and drink it, that's fine. But the way they served it, this place was straight, like on ice. And that was a extremely bad decision that I will never make again as long as I live. So just be wary of that.
I mean, if it's like you saying, it's something like Everclear. I mean, I keep a bottle of Clear Springs because I get insomnia sometimes.
Oh, yeah, that'll put you to sleep.
I'm just down 6 or yeah, I mean, just down 6 or 7 shots of that, and you'll go to bed. I promise.
Yeah, that'll put a horse to bed.
But yeah, I figured you might have had some experience with it, so I was like, well, let's hear his 2 cents on it.
Yeah, I've had it. Now, I will say this: I did have a good time that night. The next day was what sucked, not that night. So, but after you drink it, report to me exactly what happens. I need to know about that.
Oh, and as a preemptive measure, I went ahead and bought the bottle to pay off the bet in case I lose, which I'll probably bring even if I win.
Oh, you did?
I did.
How you gonna hold on to it for a year?
Yeah, why not? What's it gonna hurt, right?
Right. Yeah, that actually makes sense. I might have to do that too. Except I don't know if I can hold on to it for a year. I'll probably end up breaking it open and drinking it. But it is what it is.
Bottles for that.
So
I grabbed a nice little half gallon. Keep it simple.
Have you signed up for the bracket challenge yet?
And my $5 is in.
Oh, you're in on the money too. Okay, you're trying to, yeah. Who do you? You don't have to tell me like every pick, but who'd you pick to win the whole thing?
I think I've got Gonzaga winning it all.
Gonzaga, right? Good pick. Yeah, much better than mine. I picked Clemson. I did the biggest. My bracket is the biggest homer bracket in the history of brackets. Like, I picked mostly like the Final Four is 3 ACC teams and then Ohio State, and then I have Clemson beating Ohio State in the Final Four to face, I think it's Florida State for the for the title. So.
Yeah, I had Virginia Tech and Tennessee pulling some upsets.
Yeah.
I think I had Clemson up to the Sweet 16, though.
Yeah, Clemson made the Sweet 16 in 2018, which is pretty shocking, actually, because Clemson historically is not a very good basketball program. But yeah, in 2018, I think it was 2018, they made it, and they went to the Sweet 16, and they lost to Kansas in the Sweet 16 by like 2 points at the last second. That was a good team. This Clemson team this year, and look, I'm not a basketball guy. I mean, I follow it very loosely, casually. I'll watch it if it's on. I'm not, scheduling my day around it like football or anything. But this is one of the best Clemson teams in my lifetime that I've ever seen. So it'll be exciting to see what they do.
Miami was supposed to be a lot better, but they had so many injuries this year, just killed them.
Yeah.
I think they had like 6 scholarship players left that weren't injured.
That one guy, what's that guy's name? They're the ones that knocked Clemson out of the ACC tournament in the second round. Miami did. Yeah. What's that guy's name, that point guard? He's good.
I know you're talking about. He decided to go pro.
Yeah, he's good. He was the MVP of the game, and he's got to be the best player on the team. He's definitely an NBA guy, but he had he basically took the game over. He was good.
Yeah, he was one of those. Actually, he started off the season kind of as a bench guy, but made the most of his shot when injuries piled up.
Right. I'm contemplating. I'm debating on whether or not to stream the first. So Clemson plays Rutgers on Friday. I'm debating on whether I should stream it or not. I mean, I'll see what's going on. I want to, but it won't be like when I stream football games. It'll be more just me a hangout and we'll watch the game together type deal, you know, because I don't really care. I mean, I'm going to be honest. I just don't really care.
What time is that game?
Oh, shit. I think it's at like, it's early. It's one of the early games. It's like 1:30 or 2:30, something like that. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So, anyway. Are y'all getting that bad weather? Well, first of all, you might not even be at home. Where are you?
I am actually at home.
Oh, you are? Okay.
I drove through it to get home.
Oh. So I know Georgia and Alabama are getting pounded right now. It's on its way here tomorrow or morning or afternoon, late morning. But
yeah, I left here in time to miss it and then ran into it on the way back.
Right.
So, lovely me.
Yeah.
I mean, it was coming down enough when I went through Birmingham today that most of the streets were already had 3 inches of water sitting on them.
Jeez. That's not good. If that's what happens here, there's some roads right around my house that they don't drain well. So I'm hoping that doesn't happen. You know, I mean, we live below the sea level here. We're like a foot below sea level. So when you get torrential downpours like that, there's nowhere for the water to go. It just backs up onto the streets, and it's a mess. That's life on the coast for you. So.
I thought about that a little bit when I bought a house, and I bought one on top of a hill. Yeah,
good idea. Now, look, my own house, like my street out in front of my house doesn't flood, and the neighborhood doesn't flood necessarily. But if you go out on any of the roads, like, and of course, everybody around here knows which roads you shouldn't go to when it's raining hard, you know, type thing. But still, it makes it a pain in the ass because, especially on a weekday, when there's already a lot of traffic for work and whatnot, you get these torrential downpours, and then there's 2 or 3 main roads that, you know, get, were impassable. And so people start taking alternate routes, and before you know it, it takes, an hour to go to 10 minutes during the daytime. It's just the way it is.
Oh, believe me, I know. All the interstates were already backed up at 1 o'clock this afternoon in Birmingham.
Right.
I mean, it looked like rush hour in the middle of the afternoon. It was nuts. And I mean, the worst of it hadn't even hit there yet. The worst of it was still a little ways away around Tuscaloosa.
All right. All right, buddy. I'm going to have to let you go because I got some other calls stacking up, and I got time issues here. But thank you, Slim. The man, sir.
Yeah, no problem, boss.
I'll talk to you soon. Be safe out there. Or, well, I guess you're home. You don't have to be safe. But next time you go out, be safe, I guess. What's up, your own Pete?
Hey, what's up, Pete?
Just another day in paradise. Who am I speaking with?
Oh, Byrick.
Byrick! What's up, buddy?
Man.
Been a while, I think.
I heard you talking with and I noticed Clemson playing Rutgers in the first round of the NCAA tournament and all that. And I just got to thinking the other day about how small of a school Wake Forest is compared to a lot of, and considering that a lot of people think that Wake Forest is not a very good athletic school or anything like that, they don't realize that they have like 5,000 students.
Yeah, look.
And yet they compete within the ACC, and yet you have a couple other teams, and I was just going to compare them to Rutgers. Rutgers can't even compete in the Big Ten in football. Wake Forest competes in the ACC, and I know it's not that good, but like, isn't that kind of bonkers?
Well, the ACC as a whole.
I went to a high school that had more.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, no, the ACC as a whole has small schools throughout. I mean, Duke has like 7,000 students. Wake Forest is like 6,000 students. Georgia Tech is only like 15,000, or I don't even look. There's half of the ACC. Let's put it that way. half of the ACC has probably less than 20,000 students. When you have the Big Ten and the SEC, like the Big Ten has two of the biggest schools in the country, Ohio State and Michigan. Ohio State has what, 60,000?
100,000 students.
Yeah. Michigan has like 70,000. The SEC is full of ginormous schools. I think the biggest school in the ACC has got to be maybe Florida State. I mean, Clemson's got less than Florida State. I think Florida State's got to be the biggest one.
No, Clemson's like 30, 40,000 students.
No, Clemson's like 20. Clemson's like 20.
50, 60.
Clemson's like 25,000. And
Really?
yeah, and South Carolina's closer to 50,000. It's almost double what Clemson has. I think Florida State's the biggest school in the ACC. Again, Georgia Tech, Virginia. Virginia Tech's one of the bigger ones. They probably have right around what Clemson has, 25, 30,000. But most of the schools in the ACC are small schools, the majority of them.
Yeah. And I think that people overlook that. You know?
Yeah, well, of course, yeah.
What you think? How do you think we fare up against Rutgers?
Basketball wise, well, I don't know because I don't really follow basketball close enough. I haven't seen Rutgers play a single game. I've seen a couple of Clemson games. I haven't watched every game or anything, but it is interesting though that Clemson is a higher seed. Clemson's a 7 seed in the tournament, and Rutgers is a 10 seed. And they are an underdog to Rutgers. They're an underdog in the game. Clemson is.
Yeah.
They're the only one that's a higher seed that's an underdog.
What's that?
Clemson's the only team in the tournament in the first round that is an underdog as the higher seed in the game, in Vegas, betting wise, you know.
I didn't look that up.
Lock of the week, everybody.
Yeah, I just looked at all the seeds and everything and knew that. I was really surprised that we were in the same region. We were 2 seeds ahead of Georgia Tech that won the ACC tournament.
Yeah.
How does that work?
Look, the way they do the regions don't mean anything. Ohio State's in the South region. I mean, come on. The regions. It's
I was just like, how do you take a team that won a tournament and seed them lower in the same region? I just think that's a little.
Yeah.
But
I understand. Yeah, I don't know.
I just want all these people that talk about the expansion of the playoffs in football. If you're seeing something like that in basketball, could you not think that that's going to happen in football too?
Well, I'll go ahead and tell you that. I'll go ahead and tell you this right now. I'm not for the expansion of the playoffs. I've been very clear about that. If it goes to 8 teams, I think I can maybe deal with that. If eventually the college football playoff goes the way of basketball or the NFL and has 16, 18, 20 or more playoff teams, I'm not going to lie. I might stop watching it. And I don't ever say that. Like, I'm not one of these people like, oh, the NFL people are kneeling, I'm going to stop watching it. Oh, they have the Black Lives Matter thing on the field for, at a football game. I'm going to stop. No, I'm not one of these people that stops watching because I don't give a shit about any of that as far as football goes.
No, I just want
but if the games in the college football in the regular season start becoming meaningless, look, I'm a Clemson fan. Half of the games already are meaningless. Right? I mean, when Clemson plays the Citadel or even half the teams in the ACC that they're scheduled to play every year, they're almost already meaningless unless they lose the game. If you want to make it even more meaningless than it already is for me to watch it, I will stop watching it completely and just move on to something else. I might have to start a beer review channel on YouTube or something. I might be sipping fine wines over here. College football will not be in my future. If they go to a 16-team playoff, I just won't give a shit about it anymore.
If you start drinking wines, I'm not going to subscribe.
What? You might not,
I don't drink
but
wine.
Every 35-year-old housewife out there will. Thank you, sir. You're the man. I appreciate the call. Believe me, a wine review channel is probably way more lucrative than this one. Thank you, Wilkie. 10-team playoff would be great. Yeah, I think he sent me it was either him or somebody else. It sent me a 10-team playoff scenario, and it was actually pretty interesting. Pretty convoluted, but interesting. Look, that's fine. 8, 10. I don't even like 10, but 8. Anything more than that, I don't know if I have any interest in it anymore. What's up, your own Pete?
Hey, Pete, this is D from Atlanta, your homeboy from Latson. How are you doing?
What's up, D from Atlanta? How you doing, buddy?
I'm good, man. Yeah, everybody down there knows where not to go when it rains.
Yeah, exactly.
Stay off East Bay Street, please.
Yeah, that's right.
It's a wrap.
Hey, don't go to Mount Pleasant.
Stay away from the swamps.
Yeah, don't go to Mount Pleasant. Stay off Long Point Road. Yeah, you might get stuck on there for about 4 hours.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, I called. I meant to ask you last time I called you. What did you think about the Hall of Fame? Because I know you said you hadn't been there before.
Oh, the Hall of Fame was great. Now, so here, let me tell you what happened. First of all, so we had a long day, right, with the Slob Olympics and everything, right. And then by the time that was over, we made our way over to the Hall of Fame, and we had we planned on it closes at 5:00. We were planning on getting there at 3, so we'd have a full 2 hours, right? But we got there around 3:30 maybe, so we only had an hour and a half. So have you ever been there before?
Right. Yeah, I've been a few times.
Right. So when you walk in, you got the bottom floor, which is where the field goal kicking thing is, and the gift shop, and the football throwing deal, and then the rest of the Hall of Fame is pretty much upstairs on the second and third floor.
Right.
So we walk in, and we've still got 2 events left for the Slob Olympics. So we're like, we need to go ahead and do this and get this out of the way, and do the football throw and the field goal kick deal. And so now there's other people there. It's not just us. This is the problem. It wasn't just us there. There was other people that just happened to come there that day that didn't give a shit about the Slob Olympics. Right. So you have to wait in line to kick these field goals and stuff. So I would say that probably took over an hour. I didn't time it. But basically, it basically took an hour or so for all of us to be able to do the field goal kick and the football throw. So by the time we were all done doing that, we had about 30 minutes to watch, to go through the entire Hall of Fame before they closed. And on top of that, everybody is wiped out from the day, right? The day has been going on. So we pretty much just ran. I mean, if I would have had longer to stop and look at everything, and I didn't get to see everything that was in there. But I thought it was cool. I just didn't get really I could go back and probably spend another hour or 2 in there just looking at stuff that I didn't see the first time.
Yeah, it's a cool spot, and you get to try to do the play-by-play and all the rest of that stuff. My only issue with it is they don't rotate the exhibits enough for me, because every time I've gone, and it's always spaced out the 3 times I've been, and it's pretty much the same. So I was hoping for more of a rotation. Although I am happy that they left the original orange britches in the upstairs left-hand corner. So so I was needless to say, that's my favorite part.
Right. Of course. Yeah.
I also called to give you some props, Pete. I looked at your video. Well, props for tonight. You almost nailed it. Clemson has about just short of 26,000 students. So you're on fire there. And I watched your video. This probably a few months ago. I watched your video, and when you were saying, I think you said straight out that Travis Etienne is the best running back ever in college football. Correct me if I'm wrong.
No, I said I believe that Travis Etienne is a top 3 running back of all time in all of college football. And I caught a lot of shit for that. Now, there's no doubt that he's the best running back in ACC history. And if you look at some of the ACC running backs, I mean, you're talking about, you got Hall of Famers in there. So for anybody so go ahead. You see?
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No. You didn't do anything. You just got, this is a subject that gets me amped up. That's all. Go ahead.
Yeah. Well. I called to help you out tonight, Pete, because I'm like, okay, maybe Pete is prone to hyperbole. Maybe Pete has recency bias. So I went down this rabbit hole today, and I pulled up some stats to help you out and back up your argument.
Yes, go ahead, please. Thank you.
Travis is in rushing. He's 28th all time. In rushing touchdowns, he's 7th all time. He's not even in the top 250 in carries.
Oh, say that again for people in the back. Say that again for people in the back.
He's 28th all time in rushing, 27th in rushing touchdowns. He's not in the top 250 in carries.
Ooh.
Plays from scrimmage. He had 788 touches from scrimmage. That ranks 203rd all time. He's 15th in yards. He's 4th in touchdowns.
Oh, my Lord.
So
leads the ACC, by the way, all time in scrimmage yards and touchdowns.
Yeah, all of that. Yeah, all of that. So that speaks, when you're top 30 all time rushing, but you're not top 250 in carries. I mean, my God, Ron Dayton had over 1,200 carries.
Look, I've been saying this for years.
Ron,
I've been saying this for years, the whole time he's been there. And even you remember when he came back for his senior year, everyone's like, "Why is this guy coming back? Running backs only have so much tread on the tires." I'm like, he's got half the amount of carries as every other single running back in the draft. Half. Well, he was averaging 11 carries a game. They were averaging 22 and 23 carries a game. I'm like, this guy does not have too much tread on his tires. Like, they barely use him.
So those numbers back up what you were saying, Pete. I was just like, well, I got to try to make sure I'm listening tonight so I can call Pete and give him some information that backs up his statement.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
I mean, I know numbers don't tell the whole story, but they tell a story. And these numbers, and he's playing in big-time games, and he didn't shrink in most big-time games.
And
I was just so happy to see how much he got better in pass catching, and pass blocking. I still think he has some work to do in pass pro, but he was trash in pass pro in 2017.
Oh God, he was
a long way. And he had feet for hands when he got there.
No, he was just when he first improved. His freshman year, he was a pure runner. He sucked at pass protection. He sucked at catching the ball out of the backfield. And but from then till now, he's become a complete player. I believe he'll go in the first round and make himself a few extra $1 million compared to last season.
Oh, absolutely. He showed out. But Pete, I know you got people lined up, man. I just wanted to call and share that information with you because I know you're always willing to hear about some good Clemson football information.
Yes, thank you, sir. And I do, and I do speak in.
Take care.
Yeah, you too. I do speak in hyperbole sometimes, but not when it comes to Travis Etienne. Thank you. Thank you to my brother there for calling in. Appreciate it. I got some super chats here. I got one more call on the line. Mark Blanton says, what about a Champions League system? 16 teams replaced non-con with 3 group stage games, 4 groups of 4 with 8, top 2 group. First of all, thank you, Mark, for the support through Super Chat. I mean, I couldn't tell you how much I appreciate that. But just reading that makes my head hurt. I mean, I'm not saying... Well, I am saying it. I don't like that idea. First of all, the first thing you said, 16 teams, that all of a sudden out the window. Now, I understand there's a lot of people out there that like the 16-team deal. I'm just not one of them, so that automatically turns me off. But then when you start getting into the replace the non-con with 3 groups, group games, 4 groups with 4, all this, look, it doesn't have to be that difficult. The thing that makes college football so amazing and fantastic is that it's very simple. It's very simple. Thank you, the hat. Travis Etienne is explosive. Yes, thank you, sir. Mark Blanton again. Thank you, sir. You would qualify by winning your league, plus 6 at large bids from last season's performance. Why would we reward a team based on last season's performance? This is even crazier than the previous one. Look. It takes a lot to make me speechless. You have an imagination, for sure. But no, I mean, I can't get behind that. I can't get behind that. That's too much. All right, let's take the last call. By the way, thank you, Mark. You're amazing and fantastic. What's up, your own Pete? Hello? No comprende. No speaking English.
DeAndre Johnson. Who the fuck is he? He's a fucking freshman. Fuck. Can you pose yourself as some kind of a fucking running threat? You fucking fuck.
Happy St. Patrick's Day to everybody. I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't even I don't even know where that came from. I think I made that to talk shit about Notre Dame during the ACC championship game, or maybe I don't even remember where that came from, but it came in handy. Let's see here. Traveling Fools. What's up, buddy? Thank you, sir. I said 8-team would be fun. I can get behind. I have slowly started to come to the realization that 8 teams is not a bad idea. I still like the 4 teams better, but I can see an 8-team system being compelling and not ruining the regular season. Here's the whole point. Let me finish reading the super chat before I go on a rant here. Power 5. Okay, well, here we go. Power 5 champs plus 3 wild cards, or just save a lot of 2021 heartache and give us Miami, the Natty. Okay, well, you had me, you had me at 8 teams, and then you lost me. Not a fan of the Power 5 champ thing. No, not a fan of the Power 5 champ thing. I mean, here's the example I always use when talking about the championship. The conference championship gets you automatically into the playoffs. What was it? 2018 or 19? Can't remember. Either 2018 or 2019. Clemson played a 7-5 Pitt team in the ACC championship. Let's imagine for a second here that Clemson had a bad game, or Pitt had a great game, where one of the two, and they upset Clemson in the ACC championship game. Then you have a 5-loss team in the playoffs. I do not want to see that. That is very NFL-like, right? 8-8 teams making it, 7-9 teams making it to the playoff. That's the last thing I want to see. So for that reason and that reason only, I am not a big fan of the conference championship automatic bid. So probably what I would like to see is the way they do it now with the committee. And believe me, the committee's not perfect either. I get that. So don't type to me about how the committee's biased for this team. I understand. That's true too. But it's still better than automatic bids as far as I'm concerned. So let's say you have an 8-team playoff, but basically it's the same way as they do it now. You just take the top 8 at the end of the selection committee at the end of the season and put them in. Or the top 7 and maybe the best group of 5 team. If we were to start including group of 5 teams in the playoffs, you may as well at least give them a chance every year. And the team that finished highest in the rankings gets an automatic bid. Something along those lines. Most of these scenarios I see for the expansion of the playoffs are extremely complicated. Like Mark Blanton's examples. I don't want to complicate it. That's all. But thank you. What else did he say? Oh, yeah. Or just give Miami the natty. Right. Yes. Yes. Of course. Why wouldn't we? What's up, your own Pete?
Well, you could just give Miami the natty. It'd be a lot easier on you next year.
See, look at this here.
We're gonna make it. We're gonna go in there. We're gonna go in there to Atlanta. We're gonna blow Alabama out. It's just gonna be pain for everybody the rest of the season.
Ironically, man, that the what you just said about the expansion and making the 5 conference champions automatic bids, and then 3 wild cards. Miami would have a better chance, at least in the foreseeable future. And I don't know, who knows what's going to happen 2 or 3 years from now. But let's say 2021, 2022 time frame. Miami would have a better chance of making it by just being in the top 8 in the rankings than they would of winning a conference championship. So.
Oh yeah. I agree with you. We'd be hanging in there at 7 and losing out to, I don't know, South Florida or somebody like that.
Right. Yeah, exactly. UCF.
No, it don't matter. I could go for an 8 team. I think that would be kind of fun.
Right.
Just to give more good bowl games, I think it would be a good time. But, at 16, I think it's just chaos.
I just don't think that there's going to be a different result. This is my whole point about the whole thing is like, if you look at
I don't either. I agree with you. I think the result would be the same, but I think it would make for a few more fun nights of, drinking beer and watching football.
Right. Well, I'm with you there. Like, I mean, look, believe me, if you put the 8th team in the country against whatever, the 2nd or 3rd, whatever, and make it a playoff game, even if I don't think that team has a chance to win a national title, I'm watching it. So I'm with you that it does make the postseason a little bit more exciting because the bowl games are getting less and less more exciting. But a lot of that has to do with the fact that we have a
the past few years.
They have been, yeah. Well, I mean, there's been some good ones, but most of them.
I'd rather have seen Central Florida get their ass beat by Alabama.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Maybe. You might.
And then they would have shut up.
Yeah. Right.
We wouldn't still be hearing them.
And then every once in a while, you might have an upset, right? And that's exciting too. But I just don't.
Yeah, you would have an upset. You will have an upset. It will happen eventually.
I just don't want
that will be funny. And like you say, the best team should win. And if they can't go out there and beat a lesser team on a bad day, then they're not the best team.
My problem is if it gets to a point where I start seeing a 3 and 4 loss team make the playoffs, that's where I'm checking out. I can't get with that.
No, and I agree with you like that. And I do agree with your scenario there with the Pitt and the Clemson playing. That would have been bad if you automatically would have thrown Pitt into there. Have you ever been to Pitt?
No. So my dad went to school at Pitt for a year, and then he transferred to the Naval Academy and graduated from the Naval Academy. And Pitt had a rule, I think they still have it, that if you transfer from there to a service academy, then they'll give you a degree. So he has a degree from both Naval Academy and Pitt.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah. But I've never been there.
Is he from Pennsylvania or no?
Oh, yeah, he's from Western Pennsylvania, Johnstown, which is about an hour west of Pittsburgh. Both of my parents are.
I've spent a lot of time in Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Spent a lot of time there when I was young. Well, anyway, man, I just figured I'd give you a shout. Slav Olympics was a blast. I'm already working out for next year, getting ready.
Yeah, I'm actually going to prepare more this time, I think. I did the opposite.
Me too, actually. I think it would be a little more fun.
Yeah, I did the opposite of what I was supposed to do. so of course we had the.
You know, I want you to know, Lou gave me $50 to get you drunk that night.
Right. Yeah. He wasted $50 because I would have done it for free. From the time that the Slav Olympics was announced, which was I think around April or May of last year, which right around the time that the coronavirus hit and the lockdown started, I actually got in twice as worse shape as I normally was. So I went the wrong way. I should have been training to get in better shape, but I did everything in my power over the past 12 months to get into worse shape. Eating, drinking too much, the whole 9 yards, not working out enough.
By the looks of us all, I think, by the looks of everybody there, I think maybe you weren't the.
Well, look, it's called the Slav Olympics for a reason. I mean, it's not exactly, it's not exactly the triathlon contest. So, yeah.
Oh, geez, did you have a good St. Patrick's Day?
Yeah, I mean, I guess we went out to dinner and had a couple of green beers and a margarita or whatever, but that was about it. Yeah, nothing special. What'd you do?
We had a family party, so.
Oh, you did? How'd that go?
Getting done. Oh yeah, every year we play music and eat mulligan stew and be good Irish Catholics. Drink a lot of beer and Jameson and
Yeah.
Good Irish family,
Yeah.
Every time. So.
Yeah, I grew up Irish Catholic. My whole family's Irish, so I know how it is.
Oh, same here.
Yeah.
How do you think I got a name like Brennan?
Yeah. Well, you know my name too, and it's extremely Irish.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. All right, man.
All right, buddy.
Dude, have fun. I'll let you get to the next person or check out or whatever.
All right, man.
If somehow or another I won that super chat thing for your thing, give it away to somebody else, whoever's your best,
so that's on Friday. That's on Friday night. Have you not? No. Listen, you.
Okay.
You might you got off before the stream went off on Friday night, but you got entered in Friday night. So all I need is your picks.
No, I got entered. I already did picks a few weeks ago.
Well, you can get in more than once. But anyway, whatever.
No, I just want one. No, that's what I'm saying. I just want one. If not, if there's an empty one out there, give it to one of your. Let me donate it to one of your good. All
right.
Good commoners or callers.
So have you entered the NCAA bracket challenge though?
No, I don't know anything about basketball. So.
Well, neither do I. That's not the point.
I wouldn't even.
It's free.
I wouldn't even know.
It's free.
Wouldn't even know where to start.
Just start picking teams. Who cares? That's what I did. I picked Clemson to win the whole thing. I mean, believe me, I have no idea what I'm doing.
When's the deadline?
I think Friday morning. So you have a couple of days.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. I'll try to put it in tomorrow night.
All right, man. All right, buddy. Thank you.
All right. See you, man.
Everybody, traveling fools. Calling. And look, there's more people coming on the phone lines here. I got to end the show. As much as I don't want to, I could sit here all night and do this. Believe me. So if you were on hold just now and you didn't get through, I apologize. But I've got to get moving here. I got something I got to do. Thank you to all the people that super chatted. Had a bunch of super chats tonight. Had a bunch of great calls. Shout out to Edward. Shout out to Edward. Shout out to everybody. Really. Shout out to everybody. Again, if you want to enter the NCAA bracket challenge that we're doing for the Lunch Money Show, it's in the description of the video. Hold on, let me do this real quick. So I forgot to just click on the link and it'll take you to the group that we created or I created. And here is the password, just like this. $, all one word, capital D, capital B. Once you click on that link in the description, it'll take you to the group. It'll ask you to enter a password. You enter that $, password. It's free. You don't have to pay anything to do anything. Just for fun. And we have a good people. Yeah, we have like 30 people in there right now, and I'm expecting more between now and Friday to come in there. So it is what it is. Come do that if you want to have some fun and beat the bejesus out of me and Uncle Lou, and definitely me. Clemson winning the whole thing. So, all right, guys, it's been amazing and fantastic. I will see all of you guys on Friday night at 10 p.m. for another live call-in show. I look forward to hearing from all of you then. Have a safe couple of days between now and then. If you're in the path of this storm, I hope you're okay. Hunker down. Don't leave the house. If a puddle looks too deep, don't drive through it. Right? It's not worth ruining your car. It's not. Or your moped. Edward. All right, guys. See y'all soon. Love you.